Hi everyone. Well, let's see here. Ooh, I look so weird. I'm not talking about how I normally look, people. Look, I don't like this. It looks like weird. Ooh. Anyways, so I had a great Shabbos. Okay, so I hung out I went to dinner at the Michaels, went over to the Rabbi Shaw's, Rabbi Roden was there. Then the next day I went to shul, ran to Josh, over to Josh's house, had a lunch with him, Josh, this guy Svi, happy birthday Svi, and then after that I walked home, then went on the trail, bumped into a couple of people, then went over to Miller's house, hung out with Michael a while, then went over to Roseman's house there for a while. It was like a totally awesome Shabbos. Anyway. So, I don't know, how could I look so weird in this picture. This doesn't it makes me look like, hi, my name's Jeremy, I'm an old man. I don't know why it's making me look like, let's look at that. How about that? Much better! Okay, so, I don't know, I don't know, what was on my mind? What's on my mind? People always ask me, Jeremy, how did you become from? And I'm like, how does a person become from? I mean, not that I'm a Rebbe worshiper, but we're all Jews. So either you follow the mitzvah or you don't follow the mitzvah. So I mean, what does it matter how it became from? But it all really started, this is such a Jeremy story. I was online, and this is way back 10 years ago. And I was talking to this girl online, and she goes, do you keep Shabbos? I'm like, at that point in time, I did not keep Shabbos. I'm like, yeah, I keep Shabbos. I drive to shul every Saturday. What do you mean, do I keep Shabbos? She laughed at me. And I realized at that moment, I knew nothing about Judaism. So someone just asking me the question, do you keep Shabbos? Began me on this journey of keeping Shabbos. And it's just so interesting how life has its twists and turns. And literally, I mean, I know all the rabbis say this and everything like that, but as one door opens, another door closes, and another door closes, another door opens. It's such randomness. Okay, so I told you I had a good Shabbos. This is how my Shabbos went, though. Okay, so the Michaels invited me to go to their kiddush at Oheb. I didn't want. I was gonna go, but then I bumped into Josh. Josh said, "Come over to my place for lunch." I'm like, "Okay, I'll go." His place is closer, so I go over to Josh's place. No big deal, right? So I'm hanging out there, and all of a sudden I'm like, I want to go home. So I go home, and I pick up my phone, not flip it open. I look at the viewer to see if I had any calls, because I know if anyone called me, it'll say a 1 on it, and that way I don't have to pick it up, I just have to look at it. So I'm like, oh, Jeremy's breaking Shabbos. No. Anyhow, but that way I know if someone's coming over to look at my house, because my house is on the market. So anyhow, so I see there's a message, right? So that either means someone came or someone's about to come. Well, I looked around the house, and the house didn't look like it was, no lights were on or off or whatever. So I didn't think anyone came, so I thought someone was coming. So I ran and I got dressed. I ran and I changed into my workout clothes because I was going to go for a walk. As soon as I put on my shoes, I see a car pull up. So I literally opened the door, say I'm leaving, so away to go, and I was out the door. So I'm going down the trail, okay, and whatchamacallit, and for those of you who don't know, I am divorced, okay. I do not speak to my ex-wife, not because I don't want to, not because we have nothing in common. Okay, so I walk by a trail, and I walk by this trail all the time, and it goes in front of my ex-mother-in-law's. So I walk by, and who do I see for the first time in 2 years? My ex-wife. I see this car stop, way back. I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I walked past, and I didn't recognize the car. It was my ex-wife. She didn't know I saw her. I think she saw me. So then I go walking further on. So then I bump into Yehuda, and I talk to Yehuda for a while. So then I go to the Millers. And I talk to Mike for a while. And then I'm walking home, and there's this dog, loose dog walking around the neighborhood. So instead of going right to Chabad, I divert, and I go a different way. Where then I bump into the Rosemans. Okay? If anything happened any differently, I would have not bumped into the Rosemans. So it was such a random thing. Like, if those people didn't come to my door at that exact minute, I would have bumped into my ex. If that dog didn't come in front of my path, I would have bumped into the Rosemans. It's so connected, people. You do not understand how this world is connected, and Hashem has his literally his hands in everything we do. You know, it's just so interesting. It's so fascinating. Anyhow, so that was my interesting Shabbos. Anyhow, I'm going to get going. Hope everyone has a wonderful week, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.